Hi traders, Anthony here. I'm just going to go out. I want to go into this chart. It's a daily, and we'll talk about what's going on. Bitcoin. There's a lot going on here, guys. Where to next is the question. We've had a bit of a sell-off, a dip into liquidity. We've got this 4-hour chart. We've got this trend here. We've had a break of that, shift in the trend there. The other thing we've got going at the moment is, if I go out, I guess the question is, who's in control, bears or bulls? Well, I mean, there's that. There's also, let's just take it out a bit further. All right, so we're trading into a bit of a tight squeeze, a corner on the 4-hour. Just scrunch it up and get a bit of a perspective here. Where to? I mean, see, this is seriously grinding sideways pretty much. Up, down, up, down. So at some stage we're going to crack something, and it's either going to head south or north. At the moment, there's no real direction. The thing that I want to mention is this thing that really concerns me, and I guess I feel concerned for a lot of people. You've got to get a grip on reality. And this is giving that to you. This is telling you what's going on. And what really concerns me is the amount of hype out there in YouTube, on the internet, right? You get a move like that and YouTube goes berserk. You get guys screaming, screwing up their faces, and they've got rockets exploding and everything's urgent and we're off to the moon, and it's emotional hype. Then that happens and it goes twice as berserk. And the reality of this, guys, is that happens. It picks up again. You get these YouTubers who carry on, and there's so much emotional hype involved, rockets and God knows what, and then that happens. What I'm trying to say is that the most dangerous thing that can happen to you as a trader is getting emotionally involved, especially in the hype and FOMO. That's going to be the biggest mistake you'll ever make. So I say to you, look at this daily chart and consider that the market goes up, and it can do that with a vengeance. The market pumps, and look what can happen here. YouTubers are going berserk again. This is off to the moon. It's going to be 100,000 before you know it, and rockets are exploding, and it's all urgent. Man, that guys, you might get a bit cranky with me, but this could do that. It could very well do that, And yeah, I mean, look, there's an idea for you, okay? So please be careful. Now, how do you look? I mean, look at the volatility. Look at this. How do you survive that? And more importantly, how do you actually make money in this space? Well, you have to have a level head and a trading plan, a plan that actually works, that you can implement. You can't go off trade signals on Telegram and bot generated trade signals. You have no idea what you're trading. Look, please guys, be careful out there. This is serious stuff, especially when your money's involved. So the reality of this is, we could analyze this to death, and that's where this could go right now. Okay, that's it. So with that off my chest, I want to take this down to a lower time frame and just explain to you how I make money in the space and preserve my account. But more importantly, just build your account day by day. And I've got a system. I'll show you mine. It actually works very, very well. And here it is. So what I do is, on the higher time frame, I get a bit of a perspective, and it might be a bullish or bearish bias. And I'm wanting to know who's in control. And as we saw at the moment, the bears are kind of in control right now with a pullback, but there's no dominating factor, okay? It could trade in any direction. So the method that I have is, I like to use a lower time frame up the top here, but a 30-minute chart down the bottom. Here it is. It's simple. It works. Whenever this breaks out, pull 3 lines or 2 lines in through here, and we'll see those on here. And I mean, you can use I'm using my indicators, but you could be using, I don't know, moving averages or whatever you want to do. There's my point of interest here. right there. It breaks, we have this midline, the mean, and whenever we see this break out of the mean or break above or below, in this case above here, above the line, at the same time we're trading out of this cloud, I'm interested. And in this case, I want to buy. Over here, we're in the cloud, so no go zone, no go zone. So my point of interest is whenever on the 30-minute we trade out of here and then we trade above the mean, I'm interested. And I'm looking for the first pullback. So you don't want to be chasing price. I want the pullback into the mean. These are going to be my points of interest whenever we get a pullback down into these levels. All right, now here's the thing. Once I see a double top, I'm going to call it quits. In this case, we had that. So I probably would have called it quits there. Not knowing what's ahead of us, I would have probably called it quits here. Until we see this higher high, then I'm back in the game again. All right, so I'm a little bit careful. See, once we see this lower high set up, lower low set up, that's a no-go zone. We're still trading above the cloud here, but lower highs, lower lows, I'm tentative. So you want to keep an eye out for the early breakout, and that's your opportunity. I mean, if you're into Elliott wave, you'll know that, you might see this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave structure, and then you get a correction, ABC correction. So you want to be careful. So I'm always looking for that early start in a 5-wave structure. If here we had a double top, you can see how this is trading. It's just really not happening. In fact, after this, I probably would have looked for the pullback to buy, and that would have been my entry. All right, so I have I've got these 3 points. If I could just draw an arrow and then revisit these on the lower time frame. So this is the sort of thing I'm looking for. So if we go into the 3-minute chart, we've had the breakout. There it is. I'm looking for that. Now let's just circle these. These are my points of interest. I'm looking for that, this triangle, and I explain what this does. I'm out of here. I'm not touching that. All right, we had that move, and then I decided I'd probably get involved again, and I'm looking for the green triangle. So they're my points of interest. I want to explain what this triangle does. What we're looking for is it's the retrace, it's the pullback. Don't chase price. It pulls back into the mean, and then that's the opportunity. So let's just go into the 3-minute here and have a look at these. Oh, it's a bit messy, but hang on. All good. All right, break. There's a break. So what this is giving us is when the market pulls back, we get this rotation. Pulls back into the mean. That's what I'm interested in. See what we've got on our indicator. This is a daily key level here. So we trade back down to the daily level, rejects. We get the breakout. That's your trade right there. That's it. No questions asked. And look at the result. Have a look at this. We've got everything on our indicators. This white line is a monthly level. We get the retrace back down into a monthly. It rejects, and we get the break. That's your trade. And it goes on. That's what we're looking for, guys. Just quickly before I continue on, have a look at the link below the video, and you'll see a link to my YouTube channel if you're in TradingView, and a link to my website. Gain access. It's free 7-day trial. Try it for 7 days, and you'll also gain access to my Telegram group. This strategy is fantastic. It works. So what this breakout is the pullback into the mean. It's more than just a break of a range, right? So you've got this range here, more or less, through here. See where the signal is, though. It's beyond. That's the break here. It doesn't take this first breakout, because we had a breakout here. We had this range, and it traded up. We had this breakout, and look what happened. All right, so it ignores that. It's looking for the second breakout, which occurred up here. That's your cue, and that's your trade from this point onwards. That's it. That's your entry. I won't go into the rest of the strategy because it's a bit involved, but I've got all my other videos on that. So watch my other videos and you'll know where I take profit and set my stop loss. Well, it's all done actually on the 30-minute chart. This is just for entry. I managed to trade on the 30-minute with my stop loss, and they're explained in other videos. And I think did we have one more? Yeah, this was the lower highs, lower lows. So we stay out of that. This is after we've seen a 5-wave structure, then we stay out of it. And then we had this breakout, and I got interested again after a move like that. Okay, first pullback, there's your trade, there's your entry, and there's your outcome. And I'm always looking to take profit early, 80%, trail 20%. And yeah, so there's a ton of videos on that, but that's it, guys. Okay, so consider the 5-wave structure, 30-minute time frame, break out of the cloud early on in the piece, early on in a 5-wave structure. There's your entry. When as the market starts to get tight, just step back. A strong move, okay, we're back in again, involved, good. And then you start to see it, look, 1, 2, I don't know, there was no 5-wave structure. We had a double top. So you just got to have do a little bit of analysis, have a look at this from a price action perspective. And this is going to get you into a lot of winning trades. All right, so here, there's nothing. There's no opportunity. We're in a cloud. And I think I'm mainly interested in buying. However, in saying that, I mean, if we get a breakout retest of this weekly, and this is a monthly, and we fail here, then I could get involved short. But up until then, stay out of it. All right, guys, there's no trade set up here at the moment. We're just trending sideways. So let's just see where this pops, either north or south, and then there'll be an opportunity. With that, safe trading. Click on the links below. See you in the next video.